Hi and welcome to another Pick a Card general reading. So today we're doing a little bit of a funny, well maybe not funny, but at least something a little lighthearted, something a little bit fun today. We're going to be asking Spirit, who is thinking about you? And as I ask this question, I keep hearing who is watching you. So I feel that this may roll over into both categories. I'll suss it out for each of the three groups and we'll figure out which of those is more relevant for you, or maybe both. Who is thinking about you is what I will be focusing on, but it could be also someone who is watching you. Now we have three groups as usual. I'm using earrings today, so just to stay in line with the fun theme. Group 1, you have this gorgeous cacti earring. I love cacti, so massive fan of this earring. Group 2, you have this, is it raffia? Yeah, raffia earring. This is actually so lightweight and fun to wear. They're definitely statement earrings kind of person. And group 3, you have this resin earring. And it's kind of that old style. I remember seeing a lot of them in my grandma had a lot saved over from like the 90s and early 2000s, and you kind of put like a dye through the resin and you can create cool designs. Anyway, massive fan of all these earrings, but it's time for you to choose which of these three groups you're feeling most called to. So feel free to pause the video now if you need more time. Once you know which of these three groups is yours, check the description box below for your timestamps and join me in your reading. Group 1, and welcome. If you chose the cacti earring, then this is going to be your reading. So today, Group 1, we're asking Spirit, who is thinking about you? This is aimed to be a little bit lighthearted, some fun, not so serious. And we're going to be looking at tarot first. We're going to be getting channeled messages, and I'll also be getting initials for you as well. I feel like I'm in a little bit of a sleepy mood, if I'm honest. I did just have some food, so maybe that's why. But perhaps your person is the kind of person who actually daydreams and fantasizes about you. I feel like you're someone they think about just before they're about to fall asleep. But anyway, let's get some messages. Group 1, Spirit. Who is thinking about Group 1? Who is thinking about Group 1? Oh, wow. When this card came out, I just had this song in my head. I think it's a song that's been redone a lot of times, but I thought of the UB version, UB40 reggae version. Come on, baby, light my fire. Gonna set the world on fire. Wow, this is 7 of Wands. There's a lot of passion here, but it's like they're fighting. Fighting for the passion or fighting something. There's challenges for sure. We have the High Priestess. So straight up, you already know. I'm sorry, Group 1, but your intuition is linking you to this. You're aware of this. Look at how that tiger's watching that flame. The tiger knows. There's a feeling as though, yeah, the world, this is a cycle that hasn't yet ended, but will end. There's a culminating situation unfolding here. This is somebody who may be at a distance from you with the world. They may come from a different background. They may look very different to you. You may be at a distance in terms of you haven't spoken to this person in a while, or they are currently out of your town or where you live. We have the, is that the 9? It is. The 9 of Wands, which actually has a moon on this one, which is interesting. It's a very interesting portrayal of that energy. The 9 of Wands is usually indicating like perseverance and this willpower of like physically wanting to be successful and not giving up. But a lot of people interpret it as the boundaries card, someone who has their boundaries up. We also have the 3 of Pentacles here. It's also reversed. So listen, for both of these cards to be here at the end, this feels like the kind of person who hasn't told you this. You're very much a secret to them, and I kind of got that feeling when the moon came out, if I'm honest. There's this feeling as though you are their hidden flame, if that makes sense, group one. There's something about you that makes this feel as though it cannot come to light right now. The High Priestess here indicates that there's a lot of, I want to say intuitive connection, but this is someone who definitely dreams about you. There's something about this that feels, it's like they don't mean to do it consciously. They don't actively think about you because they want to. It's like you just creep in, and it's extremely exhausting for them with this Nine of Wands reversed. It's something that really tires them out, group one. It's like something that they just need. They need closure on with this world here. They want it to end. And for it to be upright, I feel like there's something that's going to happen here that may help end this cycle in a positive way. The World card is like an achievements card. It could be someone who you've achieved something with, for example. But I feel like it's talking about this connection. It's talking about the desire to achieve something in this connection, the desire to end something and begin something new, or like just put an end to it. Now, we have the Three of Pentacles over here. Normally when it's upright, I consider that card to be about admirers and people wanting to collaborate with someone. But for it to be reversed, it really just plays into the fact that this person doesn't mean to think about you, and yet you're always there, and yet your energy seems to be bound to them. It's a secret, is what I want to say. This is what I would consider to be a secret admirer. And I think that it would surprise you to know not just that this person thinks about you, but how often they think about you and for how long they've held these thoughts about you. In terms of their feelings, their feelings are incredibly passionate. Their thoughts of you are incredibly passionate. With this flame here, it's like they're having to fight themselves when these thoughts come to them about you. It's this feeling of fighting them off, trying to suppress them. Your person feels guilty for thinking about you, group one. There's a lot of passion here, though. They love the way it feels. They love the way it feels when they think about you. What else can you tell me? Who is thinking about this person? Who are they? Who is thinking about group one, spirit? Who are they? Four of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. These two wanted to come out earlier. Now, the Four of Pentacles is a stubborn energy. It's a hoarding energy. It's a feeling of not wanting to let go for fear of losing. This person is high-strung at the moment. This person, it's frustrating, if I'm honest. This situation that they share with you is incredibly frustrating. They feel that it leaves them highly strung, and I'm considering that in a sexual way as well. They feel highly strung, sexually frustrated. There's so much passion for you, and yet it's like they're having to fight it off. They're not allowing themselves to embrace it. They're trying to be content with their Four of Wands here. They're trying to be stubborn and fixed and tell themselves, I only need four. I only need, did I say 4 wands? Sorry, group one. I only need 4 pentacles. I only need 4 pentacles. But if I'm honest, there's only so much longer that they can do this. They're hitting breaking point is what I feel. This is the kind of person with that Ace of Wands that kind of, for it to be under the High Priestess, yes, you have an inkling. Your intuition is telling you when this person thinks of you. Perhaps they pop into your head. Perhaps you hear a synchronicity on the radio. It kind of feels, with the way that that High Priestess is tied with the Ace of Wands, there's something about this that is really spontaneous. It just kind of pops into your head when you're least expecting it. And that's exactly how it works for your person. It makes them think, well, why? Yes, I'm thinking about them, but like, why? Why? There has to be a reason. They go into logic mode. They try to explain this. And the truth of it is, The two of you seem to share some sort of intuitive connection. There is something about your intuition and theirs that it alerts you to when the other person is thinking of you. But with the Ace of Wands here, what they are thinking about is some sort of new beginning, some sort of passionate opportunity to express something. They want to express something because for some of you it's a sexual energy, but for others of you it's like they just have a message that they have to tell you. And the fire in this card is building with frustration. The High Priestess tells me that this person isn't taking active effort towards this goal. They are sitting back and waiting for the right time. They're telling themselves to be patient. They're telling themselves they don't need to be proactive. They don't need to be actively pursuing this. But they also firmly believe that the two of you will have an opportunity to connect or reconnect with that Ace of Wands. It can sometimes talk about a rebirth, as though there was a false start in the past. Group 1, the Spirit, who is thinking about them? Group 1, who is thinking about them? For some of you, this person has like medium length hair that goes past their ears. Yeah, I don't know why I'm seeing it to be like a brownie color, like a sandy brown. Some days it could pass for blonde. Most days it looks brown. But for others of you, oh, we have the Three of Wands now. For others of you, this is somebody who is is hiding from you for a reason. I don't know why that came through. With the High Priestess, I'm really feeling passiveness here. They think about you because they can't see you. And I feel like they anticipate this cycle ending with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands talks about someone who's waiting, almost like delays. And if you notice, like, I am incredibly slow doing this reading. Like, I'm noticing that my energy feels completely like just it doesn't matter. I'm just going to talk like this for the whole reading. I have all the time in the world, and that is the energy behind your person. They're completely passively waiting. They are passionate, can I say? We have a lot of wands here. We have a lot of fire here, and with the World card, that's Saturn energy. It feels like they want to accomplish something, but yet for it to be clarified by the Three of Wands, there are delays here. There's waiting. There's some sort of need to well, in their mind, it's a need to be passive. They've accepted that excuse me, this situation is out of their control, and yet they really want some sort of opportunity to communicate something to you. The Three of Wands is talking about delays. It's talking about this feeling as though they have to just stand there and wait. They're waiting for some sort of big culmination. They're waiting for some sort of opportunity to end this, whatever that means for you, Group 1. And listen, the World card is about like a coming together situation, as though all the pieces, like you've culminated, you're graduating, you've achieved this, yay, let's celebrate. Like it's supposed to be positive. And yet for this person, it's a little bit like a burden. Like they're like, oh, one day, like, oh, it's going to happen, but I don't know when, so I'm just going to wait here with my 3 wands and my 4 pentacles. They're very stubborn, can I say. I know I've said that before, but I want to say it again. Now we have the 9 of Pentacles here. So who is this person? They are someone who is definitely working on their coin, but they are also someone who really appreciates what you've done with your life. For the 9 of Pentacles to be beneath our 9 of Wands, it's actually frustrating for them. That is the main reason they think about you, because they compare themselves to you, Group 1. This is someone who looks at you as someone who is inspirational, someone who seems to be ticking boxes and achieving their goals. And they kind of, it makes them look at their own situation, and it makes them look at what they have and haven't achieved. And they seem to really get down and out about it. It makes them lose confidence. And they hate that. They hate feeling insecure. And so that is why this person isn't in your life as regularly as you would like, because they find it really confronting when they're around you. It's like it makes them jealous, it makes them envious, it makes them compare themselves to you, and they start to become insecure. With the Nine of Wands reversed, it's like they really do have a wall up. I'm almost looking at this imagery as though they've put themselves in like a wall space, and these are like, that's a gap in the wall where they can peer through and look at your life, and they're looking at you, and you seem to be happy, you seem to be healthy, you're achieving, you're gaining your coin, and here they are in the dark over here. And this is someone who watches you. It definitely is. This is someone who likes to keep tabs on you. They would love to come back into your life as someone who has more than you, just to impress you. They don't like being jealous. They don't like being insecure. They want to impress you, but they feel at the moment like they need to hide with that Three of Pentacles. They're someone who doesn't share a lot with you. They don't share information. They don't share time. They don't share. They just don't share. If I'm honest, they are hiding. Is what it feels, especially with the High Priestess. What else can you tell me about this person? Who is thinking of Group 1? They might be having money problems at the moment as well. That's another reason why the Four of Pentacles could be here. You light their fire, all right. You make them want more for themselves. You're the kind of person who you come in and all eyes are on you, Group 1. In their opinion, you just seem to have it all, and they look at you and instantly it's like, shit, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? I could have so much more. I could be so much more, and yet I'm settling for this. And it makes them feel really like confronted. They don't like that. They don't like feeling as though they're not enough, and so they keep to their corner with their Four of Pentacles, and they withdraw their communication. And they pretend like they don't keep tabs on you, and they pretend like they're out of control here in terms of what they can do. They become very passive. They become very complacent. And they start to just sit back and say, well, if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen, without taking any responsibility for their potential actions towards this. For some of you, this is a romantic situation. For others of you, this is just someone in your life who could be more involved, but they're choosing not to be right now. Now we also have the Mother of Pentacles. So there's something about you that you, not only do you seem to be nurturing, but like you seem to, there's something about you that just makes them want to, what's the word, especially with that placement under the Three of Pentacles like that, they feel like you could give them so much nurturing, for lack of a better word. There's something about you that you make them feel unstable, and yet there's something so stable about you that it makes them feel crazy. Like, you seem to be such a stable person, and yet when they're around you, they feel insecure, they feel unstable, they feel as though their world's been turned upside down. And there's something about the way that you look at them. They see judgment in your eyes, Group 1. They don't like that, but they do. They feel like you just tear them apart when you look at them. They feel like you could just see straight through them, like there's no hiding from you. You just know them to their core. And maybe you haven't spent a lot of time with this person. I feel like they're very selfish with their time. They don't share a lot of their time. But it's like they look into you, into your eyes, and they just know that you can see right through them. They can't hide anything from you, so they try to physically hide from you instead. But they honestly, you are so warm, you're secure, you're stable, you're prosperous, you're admirable. You're attractive, you have your own thing going on, you have confidence. You might have met this person in like a
close connection, like either through work or through mutual friends, or there's some sort of element that links family with coins here. So for some of you, it's a workplace setting, or it's some sort of community thing. It feels intimate. It feels like you met each other in an intimate setting and now you've drifted. But they still think about you a lot. Bottom deck energy is the Fool. This is someone who is living in the dark. They feel foolish. They feel like a fool for thinking about you all the time. They feel childish. They feel like their actions towards you have been childish. They feel like a fledgling, if I'm honest. They feel like they have no experience when they stand next to you. They don't measure up. And I don't like to say that in general readings because, I mean, we all naturally will have insecurities, but there's something about you that really forces them to examine themselves, and it makes them feel very insecure. And they suddenly realize everything they haven't done right. They want to be so much more, and they feel like they just don't measure up. I want to get channeled messages for you as well. So I'm using my own oracle deck, Group 1 Spirit. Can we get channeled messages from who is thinking about Group 1? Wow, I'm obsessed with your body. Yes. With that 7 of Wands, yes. Big devil energy. So with all the pentacles here, I mean, listen, I'm a Capricorn, so that could be why we always get pentacles. But with this 15, your person could be a Capricorn. They could. The High Priestess card is a highly intuitive card, strongly linked to parts of Neptune, but I want to say Pisces more. So your person could be a Pisces as well. The World card is what's the word? Strongly linked to Saturn, as I was saying earlier. Saturn rules Capricorn as well. So there are a lot of earthy tones, but there is an intuitive connection here as well. Your person is saying, you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. 9 of Swords. They lose sleep over this. They don't only just think about you, they overthink about you, Group 1. They're saying, love me. Now listen, this is about them as well. They don't understand that the triggers. They don't understand that their insecurities come from their own insecurities. It's not that you're forcing them to look at everything that they're not happy with, but there's a reason why these feelings happen. They need to learn to love themselves more. They feel like they need your approval, Group 1. They really do. We have I'm absolutely in love with you in reverse. So this is confirmation for me that this person doesn't talk about this with you, with a lot of people. I'd be surprised if they tell anyone about this. They bottle these emotions up. They turn this inwards and they just keep suppressing it. They keep suppressing it. Wrongful advice. I feel like they don't get advice at all, full stop. I feel like there's an element of denial here, if I'm honest, with the wrongful advice as well. I feel like in the past they may have been following wrongful advice, which led them into this situation now where they feel even worse off than they did in the beginning. It's as if they took a wrong turn, perhaps, Group 1, and they're feeling it now. They're really feeling it. I'm absolutely in love with you, reverse, 6 of Cups. There's a denial here about the connection they share with you because there is some sort of, there's a deepening there. There's a strong bond between the two of you, but they've turned away from it. It feels like, yes, they don't share this with you, but they also don't share this with themselves. They don't like to admit this to themselves. Group 1 Spirit, what would their person like to say? The person who is thinking about them constantly. The person who is thinking about them. I'm open to compromise. So listen, at the very least, this person wants you in their life as a friend, as a close person that they can talk to. They want you back in their lives, especially with that Ace of Wands. They feel completely like, I can't make this happen, but when it does happen, I want to be able to talk to them. I want to be able to be open, to have them in my life. The 2 of Cups talks about coming together. It talks about a separation as well at times, but in the upright position, it feels like a coming together. It feels like a conversation, a heart-to-heart conversation, laying it all on the table, appreciating each other's individual differences and strengths, as well as limitations. and really understanding how to move forward from there with compromised actions. So like, I'll do this if you do that. I know you're limited here. Why did that happen? Okay, well, that's fine, blah, blah, blah. Just having an open and honest heart-to-heart conversation. But they want, in the very least, to at least be friends, group one. Group one, who is constantly thinking of them? What messages do you have? Oh, I just saw the Ace of Wands again, but it didn't really come out. Ooh, Seven of Wands, but it they keep flashing them to me, but it's not coming out. So listen, what do you want to say? Group one, who's thinking of you and what do they want to say? Okay, can I get one more at least, or are you too shy? There's something about this person, they feel very shy, they feel incredibly shy. Bottom deck energy is maybe. So listen, they're in a period of really just having to look at themselves and figure out what the hell they want. There's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of hesitancy, there's a lot of timidness, especially with that deer. I was picking up on you being the strong one. Even though the Mother of Pentacles is a deer, they look at you and they're just like, oh my God. They feel like they just don't measure up. And it's not just about your expectations, it's about their own expectations, group one. It doesn't measure up. I sometimes wonder if you care. This is the 13, which to me is talking about death, cycles, endings, and beginnings. This person, I mean, it's easy for me to say looking at these cards and not having to walk in their shoes, but they need to end something. They need to close this cycle and rebirth the way that they perceive their life. They look at you and they become so sad, but they don't understand that that sadness is always there. You're just one of the triggers. You're just helping them see that they aren't happy. And so they tell themselves, oh, well, I'll just stop looking at them. But then they think about you and that sadness is still there. They don't realize that the sadness is always there and that they have to heal that pain, that there's other things contributing to that pain. There's cycles that they need to end, but they aren't realizing that. They're projecting it onto you and saying, well, you made me feel this way. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. I'm obsessed with your body. You make me obsessive. I'm absolutely in love with you. That's scary. You made me have these feelings. I wonder if you even care. Like, they project it all back on you as if you're the big bad wolf, but that pain is always there and they need to heal that pain. We have I lost everything? They lose a lot of sleep about this, group one. There's a strong need to end this cycle. Look at all these nines. They had nines here too. We had the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. They need to end this cycle, but instead they're just stuck in that, like, as if the car is wanting to get into fifth and instead it's stuck at fourth in terms of gears. Just over revving and not being able to move forward. Losing all this energy. We have, I don't want to lose you. And that was a message I felt with the Four of Pentacles, but I had a feeling that it may not apply to all of you. It's a true testament to this person's stubborn nature, their unwillingness to change, their unwillingness to make the changes to make themselves feel happier. I know you from somewhere. This is another soulmate energy card. There's this feeling of recognition with you. They know you, they feel you, you're so comfortable, you're so familiar, but who are you? Why do I feel obsessed about you? Do you even see me that way? So much confusion. With this, they have choices to make and they're refusing to make those choices. Instead of simplifying their situation, instead of embracing the change necessary to instigate true joy and genuine happiness, they are dwelling in their confusion, they're dwelling in their fear, and they're dwelling in their the idea that it's all because of you in a negative way. They think that if they just get you out of their life, then they'll be okay. I left because you told me to, they're saying, which is my Eight of Cups card. So there is this feeling of like, it's sad, but this is the situation from their point of view. It's sad and I feel like a fool sometimes, but this is the situation. I'm never going to be happy, but this is the situation. I never really told them the truth, but this is the situation. I'm never fully in control, but that is the situation. Like they're just constantly allowing themselves to feel rejected, to feel abandoned, to feel as though they can't be happy, as though they don't deserve to be happy. That is insane, and it is not at all nothing to do with you. It is not your fault, Group 1, but that is who is thinking about you. Now I want to get some messages for you, Group 1. So Spirit, listen, we can't end it here. What is the advice for Group 1 around this person? Friendship and trust. All right, so listen. Friendship and trust. Friendship, take it slow. Don't feel like you need to fix this person's life. With that Two of Cups, just do the bare minimum, Group 1. This person has just like a lot going on, and their head is a maze of doubt and fear, which has nothing to do with you. So at the very least, if it keeps you happy and it keeps your life in a state of peace, balance, and harmony, then by all means maintain a friendship, but do not feel obliged to clean the clutter in this person's life. Trust that this is all happening for a reason. Unfortunately, you've been pulled into it. Your energy is tethered with this person through that intuitive connection that you share. There is a reason why this person came into your life. You don't need to control their healing journey. You don't need to heal them at all. But trust that there's a reason why they were there. And if this isn't obvious to you already, the clarity that you need is coming to you. We have beauty. Focus on yourself. Look at yourself. Appreciate yourself. Find reasons to love yourself. Find reasons to create joy for yourself. By all means, just continue being your biggest advocate, your biggest ally. Don't allow this person's heavy energy to pull you into a negative spiral here. Trust that there's a reason why you two crossed paths, but focus on yourself for now. Focus on the beauty that you have to offer. All right, Group 1, that's where I'm going to call it. I hope that was interesting. Actually, we're at 30 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut it there. Look after yourselves, Group 1, and I will see you in another video. Bye. Hi, Group 2, and welcome. If you chose this raffia earring, then this is going to be your reading. So Group 2, I'm going to pop your earring over there for now. We're asking Spirit, who is thinking about you? I'm hoping this will be a fun, lighthearted reading. Group 1's got a little bit too detailed. I would have loved to have kept it more general and more fun, but listen, we're always here for honesty and clarity. So, Group 2 Spirit, who is constantly thinking about Group 2? Who is constantly thinking about Group 2? Who is constantly thinking about Group 2? We have the Son of Swords. So yes, this is somebody who watches you, Group 2. Absolutely, they be keeping tabs on you. 100%. This person is a spy. Oh, they have spies for some of you. This is someone who has an insane stare. Like you feel their stare when they look at you. You can feel it, like a strong presence. And then some of you, you look at them and they're not looking at you, so you feel crazy. But I felt their stare. Surely, I'm sure they were looking at me. I can just feel them staring at me. We have the Three of Swords here. So this is somebody who you might have experienced a breakup with. There was some sort of painful separation, perhaps. This is somebody that you might think about a lot too. There could be some unresolved emotional issues between the two of you. With the Four of Swords, they are completely withdrawn at the moment. They're pretending like they're laying low, but they're actually gaining more information. They're actually regenerating, I want to say. So listen, it's not just about you that they've withdrawn. They're actually trying to regenerate. They're trying to, like this lamb, I'm thinking of like spring lambs, where it's this feeling of rebirth, regeneration, trying to gain enough energy to continue. Oh, for some of you, I just heard to continue living. So they seem to have been through a lot recently. What else? Who is constantly thinking about Group 2? Who is constantly thinking about Group 2? Alright, I've got 2 more cards for you. So the first card is Judgment. And the second card is the Eight of Wands reversed, which is incredibly weird in this card.
It has such strange imagery in this card. It's not that it's bad, but it's very dark, and there's just this one stream of light and color, which is interesting. All right, so I'm going to clarify these cards and then we'll continue. So who is constantly thinking about group 2? Who is constantly thinking about group 2? We also have the Eight of Swords. So this person is absolutely in hiding, and it's not exactly to do with you. This person needs to regenerate themselves. They're in a bit of a rebirth situation with that cocoon and the Four of Swords and the Empress reverse. They're trying to better themselves. They're trying to grow in the way that they were intended to grow, but it's almost like they have to go underground to do it. They can't be out here connecting with everyone and in everyone's social circle. They've withdrawn from a lot of people right now. This is somebody you haven't seen in a while. This is somebody you haven't spoken to in a while. They desire communication. They might come back looking and feeling like a different person. This is somebody who, with the Judgment card, there was some sort of serious situation that happened between the two of you that led you to believe a certain truth about them, like they were destined to be in your life, or that something about them gave you this feeling of hope. There's something about this connection that felt really serious at one point, and then it's like communication stopped after that, and you two had to go your separate ways. We also have the Six of Wands here, which is talking about recognition and wanting to be a hero and wanting to be recognized for your achievements. This is somebody who wants balance in terms of energy. They also kind of give this feeling as though when they are healed, when they are feeling better, they're going to come back and look glorious, like from the cocoon to the butterfly, like a stage of metamorphosis, but it has to be done in private. They're nurturing themselves right now. They may have recently gone through a breakup as well, but this card could just be insinuating some sort of emotional pain that the two of you experienced. We have the Nine of Swords here. Holy heck, look at the imagery on this card, group 2. It's very intense. We've got eyeballs, worms, maggots. Holy heck. So not only do they think about you a lot, they dream about you a lot. There's a lot of pain in this connection. This is somebody who is only just now seeing the truth. This is a card that usually talks about an epiphany, but with the eyes on this card, it's like it's really obvious to them now. They see the truth and it's painful. It's hard, but they can't avoid it now. And this is beneath the Judgment card as well. They can't avoid it now. It is the truth. It is the truth. Wow. Who is constantly thinking about group 2? Who is constantly thinking about group 2? We have the Magician. Wow. There's a beautiful like cheetah or leopard. So this is an incredible person, I just want to say. This is somebody who is a bit of like jack of all trades. They're at a crossroads in their journey. It feels like they're maybe like changing lifestyles or careers or moving. They're doing something different, and they're trying to master what they've learned in a way that is going to be prosperous, in a way that is going to make them feel powerful. But it isn't quite there yet, which is why they've kind of gone MIA. They need to focus on this. They need to focus on this new endeavor that they've created, and they're afraid to tell a lot of people about this because it's this fear that it's not going to be as successful as they hoped, as though it's not going to take off in the way that they wanted it to. So they're kind of keeping it private. But there's something about you that's offered inspiration about this group too. Like you've inspired them to want to do this. There's something about you that made them want to start this. They might be starting their own business for some of you. But regardless, this person is transforming. They've withdrawn. You don't communicate with this person very often, if at all. It's not just you, though. A lot of people haven't. They recently processed some really painful stuff. It could have been a breakup. It could have been some shared emotional pain that the two of you had. They do keep tabs on you, though. They watch you a lot. They are blossoming. They're glowing up. They're trying to, at least. They're spending a lot of time to themselves, being very selective with their energy. Bottom deck energy is the Seven of Pentacles, which feels like this patience, this feeling as though they're thinking about you, but they're not really acting on it right now, which was a similar energy to group 1. Although they think about you, they don't know what to do with that, so they kind of just wait. They're thinking, there's other things I could be investing my energy in. There's other things that I could be doing right now.
And so they're trying to do that. They're definitely in a transition phase. It feels like a real transition feeling. Now I want to get some initials and messages for you. I didn't do this for group 1, so I'm sorry if you watched both groups, but I will get initials and messages for you. So group 2, Spirit, who is constantly thinking of them? Ooh. Yeah, you just pop up in their mind randomly. Group 2, we have headache. It's painful thinking about you this often. It's really painful. We have greed. Greed. Ooh. Well, I'd be interested to see what comes out of your channeled messages. There's something that it's like a possessiveness. Like I just felt this like feeling like, oh, it's really, yeah, it feels possessive. So I want to see what comes out of your channeled messages. That greed, it feels like they're greedy towards their time right now, in terms of they don't spend a lot of time with a lot of people. They're being very greedy with their resources, but there's this feeling of possessiveness towards you as well. We have root here, which is referring to your root chakra. Now, in terms of this person who is thinking about you, this is someone who has had some major changes in their life. They've had a lot happen to them recently. This is someone who is definitely transitioning. They're figuring out what they want to do. They're reestablishing their career path for a lot of you. It feels like they're physically moving. It feels like they're doing some big things. And they're doing this alone for the most part. They're not involving a lot of people in this journey. Initials, we have O. We also have V. They want to be victorious with that 6 of Wands. They want to be appreciated. They want to come through as someone who has achieved a lot. They want to be recognized for their achievements. We have a J, and we also have an F. Now we have a G. What else? We have another F. So this person could have 2 letters, double letters in their first, middle, or last name, or you could. And we also have an R. Now, in terms of other messages, we have, I'm grateful for you, January. There's something about you that inspired this person. This inspired this person through this process. Perhaps you gave them the truth with this Judgment card. It feels like you two shared a serious situation together that really shaped the transition for this person, that really helped them realize their path, because they are creating something incredible here with this Magician. They're using all the different knowledge and experience that they've acquired over the years, and it's almost like you are the source of inspiration here. We have Same. So this is someone that you also think about regularly, apparently. We have I'm grateful for my job. So they are a hard worker. It does feel like they're choosing to invest their energy into work right now rather than into a lot of people in their life. We have I'm grateful for my options. There is this feeling as though, yeah, they've got other things that they could be investing their energy into, and they definitely are. We have I'm grateful for my twin. So for some of you, you may feel like you have a really, really, really strong emotional or spiritual, intuitive, etc. connection to this person. I don't like to draw those conclusions in general readings, so only take it if it resonates. Please don't use general readings to diagnose or label your connections. Always trust your intuition. If you feel it, then it must be true, but don't let other people tell you that in general readings. Now I want to get channeled messages from you. Group 2, please, Spirit. Who is constantly thinking about Group 2, and what would they say to them right now? We have the Ace of Swords reversed. They just need clarity. They've withdrawn communication on purpose. They just need clarity right now. They're focusing on one thing at a time if they can. Group 2, Spirit. Who is constantly thinking about them? Who's constantly thinking about them? We have I think we should see other people, which is the 3 card, and this is ironically here between the 3 and the 4. So this is someone who you could have broken up with. This is someone who you could have shared experiences with at one point in time. We have I'm in so much pain. Reversed, they're very dark space. This is someone who does keep tabs on you, and yet they acknowledge that the two of you can't be in each other's lives right now. We have I imagine you naked, so they're thinking about you like that. That I ate is actually the Eight of Swords. Not sorry, it's the Eight of Wands, and it's going over the Eight of Wands here as well. We have please give me time. I've never felt this way before. That's actually my Nine of Swords. They've got healing they need to address. They're overcoming a lot of pain. And it feels so fresh, group 2. It feels really fresh to your person. Like they really are going through a lot. So who is constantly thinking about group 2? What would they say to them? Ugh. Are they saying I meant what I said? I meant what I said, number 5, but it's reversed. This is the Five of Swords. It's almost like they wish they would have said more. Five of Swords talks about walking away rather than offering resolution. Like they could have, would have, should have said this, but they didn't. And now it's just unresolved. Now it's just building. Now it just keeps them up at night. You are so very special. 21. There's something about you that's very unique and inspirational to this person. Group 2. Who is constantly thinking about them? Oh, my days. All right, so this is someone who's saying, I left because you told me to. You might have walked away from this person, or you might have had an argument with this person. You might have had a conversation or acted towards this person in a way that they thought you didn't care about them. They're putting the blame on you, but they're insinuating that you both wanted this to end, that you both agreed that you were going to look elsewhere for happiness. They're implying that you can't make each other happy right now. They acknowledge that you're very special, but they're saying they can't talk to you right now. They're asking if I've lost everything. They're saying that they're trying to focus on their strength right now, but they seem to be going in cycles with their ego. They have a lot of repressed anger as well. They're saying that in the past they were wrong about you. They had a perception of you that's recently changed, and at the very least they would love to be friends with the Two of Cups. So this is someone who is open to anything to be in your life, but they're currently withdrawn from a lot of people, group 2. Bottom deck energy is you are wrong. So listen, I feel like there's a lot of X energies here. You might have separated from this person and now they're just kind of projecting into these readings when they can. But they're saying, yeah, there was some sort of argument between the two of you and they just decided to leave because of that. If it wasn't an argument, it was definitely energetic. They felt you pulling away, so they decided to walk away as well. But they feel like your perception of them is wrong. Like you're so negatively geared now. You don't even, yeah. They're very accusatory here with their messages, if I'm honest. Very strong opinions about how you seemingly perceive them, group 2. Can I get advice for group 2, please, Spirit? What advice can you give them in this situation? Oh my gosh, this is really dragging out. Here we go. We have willpower, which is interesting. Yeah, absolutely. The main message that's coming through with that card is don't give up. Don't let this person's energy drag you down. Keep dreaming big. The world is your oyster, literally. And trust your intuition as well, group 2, with the moon in her hand there. Absolutely. Let your intuition, let that gut feeling guide you. But the world is your oyster. What is the advice, please, for group 2? Oh, we have animals. I was wondering if this was going to come out today. So one good way to ground yourself, a good way to separate yourself is by just getting in touch with nature again. In the very least, it could mean grabbing some crystals and protecting yourself with crystals. It could mean using more herbs in your cooking. For me, I like to just either do gardening or like go to a body of water just to feel grounded, just to purge some negative emotions, just to feel stable again, so to speak. But this card is always talking about just reconnecting with your more natural side, with your nature driven side. And it might surprise you to know that you're connected with nature. You might think that you don't like gardening, that you don't like this and that, but we are natural beings and we do need nature to recenter us and reground us. And in this situation with the animals card, some of you may have pets. For others of you, it's just about reconnecting with nature in any way to help feel more grounded, to help feel more present, and just to let out some of that negative energy too. So it's always soothing to sort of pat something. For me, I like going swimming if I want to release energy, but that might be helpful for you because this person is just like, it feels like you recently had some sort of altercation with them. I don't want to say physical, but like your energies have been rubbing negatively against each other. They're saying that they left because you told them to, and they left before you could fully leave them, so to speak. So it's really just like, whoa, it's draining, if I'm honest. It is. We have well-being here as well, group 2. So focus on your own happiness. Make sure that you're putting your own needs first and giving yourself the time and space to put your own needs first as well. Bottom deck energy is commitment. And I really feel, you can't foster a commitment with someone else until you are committed to yourself, until you are committing to yourself and allowing yourself to feel strongly about what you deserve and what you need. But that commitment card, in your case, I feel like it's a testament to your patience, to your willpower, this idea that if you put in the effort, it will pay off. And if this isn't the person that was meant for you in terms of your future, whether that was romantic, platonic, family, etc., it's going to show, just focus on your own well-being right now. And if this person is meant to be in your future, then they will be. If they're not, then they won't be, Anyway, I don't want to overthink that, but I feel like we're really early, so I'm going to try to get some more hints. I know I did the advice a bit too soon, but I just want to get more hints as to who this person might be. We have stereo, so this person might try to connect with you through music. You might hear a lot of things come through on the radio or in your playlist. You do have a song in the description box as well that will be a little bit of a helpful resource, hopefully. There may be messages in the lyrics for you, but group 2 spirit, who is constantly thinking about them? Can I get more information about who this person might be? We have circus. So this person led your life. It just makes me feel like they had you jumping through hoops and leading you through just crazy things. Like you just felt like you're in a circus. You felt like, really, this again? Like, oh my God, I'm just exhausted. Master, this person has helped you gain wisdom over your own life. This person might have been someone who you met in an educational setting, but regardless, they've helped you master something in your life. They've helped you learn something about yourself, about your life. They do feel like when they were in your life, your life was a circus. It was just like crazy. Wild woman. Yes, they made you feel crazy. They made you feel like you were going crazy. They made you feel like a wild woman. Group 2 spirit, who is thinking about them constantly? Who is thinking about them? Okay, I gotta take this one. This person might have encountered you on many drunken nights. With Drunken Sailor, they may have been someone in your social circle at one point in time, someone who perhaps was that person who is often the drunken person. Drunken Sailor, take it as it resonates, but it feels like this person was here for a good time, not a long time. Now, the other card we have is gun. So in and out, honestly, gun makes me think of that quick fire action, just bam, just here 1 minute, gone the next. It kind of feels like, I will get the bottom deck energy. Do I want to? No, not yet. There's more messages apparently. Who is constantly thinking about group 2? Oh, there's a lot of places here. All right, we've got house under construction. So they might work in construction. They might be good with their hands in general. You might have met them during this transition period when they weren't quite who they wanted to be. And now they're still having to fix themselves or work on themselves. They're definitely putting energy into something else right now. We have tunnel. This person went underground, MIA. Communication was lost, but it will return. So expect that. With the tunnel, there's always an ending there, so they're going to come out of that tunnel soon. Heaven, you do have good memories with this person, and vice versa. They do have good memories with you as well. There's a feeling as though you did have moments where you felt like you were the only two people on the earth, but yeah, ocean as well. I have a feeling as though this person is in a tunnel right now. With the ocean, it feels like this situation moved in tides, you know? It feels like you spent a lot more time apart than you did together. Perhaps you are currently separated by an ocean. It's just a feeling as though there is distance here between you right now. I feel as though for some of you, this is an ex. Others of you, this is a missed opportunity, like the one who got away. You kind of started something, but are never really grounded. Anything else about group 2? Who is constantly thinking about them? Oops, 2 more. We have mother. Ooh, that might be a test. So this person might have a child. If you don't know about that, don't take it. You know, only take it if it resonates. But there's something about children here. There's something about it could mean their mother as well. Something about children. We have watchdogs. So again, they're not just thinking about you, they're watching you as well. And we have cauldron. The situation is currently boiling. Oh no, I don't want to say boiling. I wanted to say brewing. But that could be something that's happening as well. When I think of cauldron, I just think of like it's sitting over a fire and just simmering, you know? That's what it feels like. They're in a tunnel. They're kind of just simmering. They're not wanting to serve out their dish. They're not wanting to add more ingredients. They're just letting it simmer. So group 2, that is where I'm going to call your reading. I don't really want to over-explain this situation. I feel like there's a lot of information there. I hope it was informative for you. Just as always, you're the expert in your situation. I hope it was fun in the very least, but take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. And I'll see you in another video. Bye. Hi group 3 and welcome. If you chose this beautiful earring, it's a little bit of a blast from the past, for me at least, then this is going to be your reading. So today's reading is aimed to be a little bit more fun than usual. We're going to be figuring out who has been watching you. Ooh, it's supposed to be who has been thinking of you, but honestly in the last 2 groups this was also someone who was watching them, so it might be the case for you as well. Oh goodness. I'm just going to actually, before we begin, I usually do this off camera, but I really want to do this on camera. I'm going to burn some Palo Santo. It just helps sort of clear the area, but it also, I love the smell. It really grounds me and helps me feel more connected and less in the air. It's good to have a strong intuition, but it kind of feels like you're having your head in the clouds sometimes. So this kind of stuff really helps ground me, and I think we need that before we begin this reading. Okay, I don't usually do this on camera, but it might help you guys. Cleanse my body and my cards, my home from all negative energy, negative entities, and negative spirits. Please allow me to deliver positive, honest, clear messages to group 3. Okay, I want to start with tarot. So who has been thinking of group 3, Spirit? Who has been thinking of group 3? Who has been thinking about group 3? Who has been thinking about group 3? We have the Ace of Swords. Ooh. So what it feels like is that it's like a building of thoughts to the point where they've hit their 10 of Swords and they were overthinking it, and now it's like I just need to tell them the truth. I just need to tell them the truth. Wow, we have the Lovers now. I just need to tell them the truth. The truth is, this is real. This is big. This is major. This is yin yang. This is duality. I'm sick of fighting. I'm sick of conflict. I just need resolution. Oh, I just need to come through with this key and tell you the truth. The Hierophant talks about a system. It could mean conforming of some sorts, but in this case, it feels like it's tradition. This person kind of wants to give you something. They want to give you a message, and they want to tell you that they've really been examining their situation. Excuse me, they want to move forward here. They have some sort of information they need to share with you. They've gained wisdom here. Who is constantly thinking about group 3, Spirit? Who is constantly thinking about group 3? Who is constantly thinking about group 3? It's massive for them. It feels really big. They're like, wow, I need to tell them this. It's Seven of Cups. There's confusion here. They want to clear the confusion, I feel. The confusion is causing doubt. It's causing fear. It's causing pain. They hate that. They hate that they're causing pain. We have, speaking of pain, the Five of Pentacles. This is somebody who you possibly rejected, or they feel like they rejected you. Someone is in the cold and they want to clear that up. They want to come back into the warmth, especially with this card, the Fool. They want to take a leap of faith forward here. They feel like they've cleared out their baggage, Group 3. This is major. I feel so liberated by this energy. So focused, so ready. Mother of Pentacles, working towards things. Ace of Pentacles, wanting something substantial, especially with the Hierophant. The main reason they think about you is because they want resolution. They don't like the way things are left between you. And they feel like there are too many opinions here. There's too much chaos. They need to resolve this chaos. They need resolution. This is someone who really looks up to you. They want a future with you, Group 3. It feels romantic, but if it isn't, it's just someone who is meant to be in your life with that Lovers card. They had a choice here, and they're choosing to move forward with you. They're choosing to make amends with you. Your paths are finally crossing again, as though this has been a long time coming. The other card that came out was the Four of Cups. Look at them lying over their Four of Cups here. This feeling of boredom, complacency, protectiveness, control, not wanting to spill a drop. Also cutting themselves off from further opportunities. No, these are my cups. No, these are my cups. There was a missed opportunity in the past with this person. And for the Two of Pentacles to be here, this is over the Tower. They're currently trying to simplify their life. They're trying to simplify their routine. They're trying to work through this experience they call life. They're trying to figure out how to resolve this situation with you. For many of you, they have to make a decision with the Lovers card, and it involves choosing you, Group 3. The Lovers card upright tells me that they're choosing you. They're choosing to make a leap of faith towards you. However, they are experiencing challenges at the moment, and they need to resolve these challenges first before they can move forward with you. They've definitely gained wisdom about you with the Hierophant. They feel like they've learned something. They are currently seeking more advice. They're seeking more wisdom. There's some sort of conformity here. Like they feel like they're conforming to something in a good way, but it is challenging. It's another 5. It's not easy. It might take time for some of you. We also had that Seven of Cups. So not only do they think about you, and I felt like they might be watching you, but I don't think that's the case for many of you. It just feels like when they think about you, there is pain, there's confusion, there's secrets, there's not a lot of honesty, there's not a lot of, well, what actually happened. There's not a lot of honest, open communication. However, they feel the two of you about to cross paths again, and they're going to use this as the opportunity to display their intentions. And for many of you, this person intends on being in your future. They want to come home. They want to get out of the cold, and they want to be in the warmth with you. They want to swim with you. They want to fly with you. This is someone who really feels invested in you. Like there's no other choices here but you. There was definitely a missed opportunity with you in the past with this person though. I want to get initials and messages for you as well. Group 3, please, Spirit. Who is constantly thinking about Group 3? Oh, this feels like a slippery fish. The one that got away just came into my head. A slippery fish. Greed. Yeah, this person may have let their own greed get the better of them in the past. There is a feeling of regret in the background here. I'm not going to lie. We have sleepless. This is something that keeps them up at night. They want to make amends. We have 2 aces here. It really feels quite positively charged though, like they're trying not to get too down and out about it. It is what it is what they're saying. Sacral chakra. So there is a strong sense of connection, creativity, expression with you. They want to express something to you. The sacral chakra has come out in every group, so I don't know if maybe I just need to look at my sacral chakra. But it feels like, for some of you, if this is a lover, there is sexual passion here that they need to express, that they want to union, they want to bring it all together, is what I'm feeling. I think I've already said this, but you do have a song in the description box below as well. In terms of initials, we have X, so you have shared some sort of past with this person. We have a T. It could be yours or theirs initials, first, middle, last names. We have an N. We also have an F. I just heard first. Again, that always comes up for that initial. We have an O, which looks very similar to the Fool card, 0. We also have a K, and we have a V. Victory, always victory. This person is going to come correct. I really feel like there's the strong motivation here. We have an F. Did I already show that? I think I did. All right. Now, in terms of other messages, we have separation, August. They want to close the gap. August might be a significant timeline for you. They could be a Leo or Virgo, beginning of Virgo as well. In terms of other star signs, we have Gemini here with the Lovers. With the Fool, I'm actually feeling Aquarius energy, but I might be wrong there. Just like a strong... I don't know too much about the planets that rule the Fool card. The Hierophant's ruled by Taurus, which is similar to sort of Venus. It's actually not Taurus, is it? No. I don't want to jump into that boat, actually. Let me just end it there in terms of star signs. But it really feels like this person, there's a lot of stable energy coming through. Despite the challenges they're facing, despite the adversity they've overcome, there's this stable energy coming through with them. Like this idea of offering something stable as well. With the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles clarifying each other, it feels really stable, and it comes after a period of having to juggle, having to really balance themselves, having to make a choice about something. We have that would hurt. So this person thinks about the worst case scenarios with you as well. They think about the ways that they've hurt you in the past. There is pain here with this card. There's secrets. There's a desire to bring the truth to light, but at the moment there's so much confusion and pain. We have I'm grateful for my job, which has interestingly come up in nearly every group. We also have Maybe, which is one of my cards in my channeled messages, so I'd be interested to see what comes out there. We have Same. So when this comes out, it's a feeling as though whatever you feel, your person feels, good and bad, the pain, the excitement, the passion, all of it, the confusion, you feel the same. And at the moment, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of maybes. There's not a lot of mapping in terms of proactive action. It's almost like I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, but I don't know how to do it. And that is, I think, why we end with the Two of Wands. I want this, I want this, I want this, but how do I do it? But how do I do it? I'm confused, but how do I do it? Which path do I take? But how do I do it? Now we also have I'm grateful for family, which may be a significant message for you, but regardless, it just feels like this person has had memories with you. They feel a strong connection to you. They feel as though they are meant to have some sort of future with you as well. There's some sort of awareness that they've gained with this Lover's card. They need to make the decision now, and they're choosing to take a leap of faith towards you, which is very beautiful, Group 3. Now I want to get some channeled messages for you too. So Group 3, please, Spirit. What would Group 3's person say to them? Who is constantly thinking about them? They're saying, I need more time. And I did pick up on that. I really did. Especially with this confusion here, they need to figure this out. They know what they want, but the question is, how do I get it? Group 3, please, Spirit. You're so beautiful. Why do you need me? This person is working on their confidence. They do find you incredibly attractive. With that 9, that's my 9 of Pentacles. And it's kind of near the Mother of Pentacles here, which is telling me that this person looks up to you. They want to be enough for you. They want to make sure that they feel secure enough to be able to offer you something. They really have a lot of sexual passion for you. I just want you all the time. There's a lot of desire for you. Group 3, this person thinks about you a lot. They think about every kind of possible thing that the two of you will do when you come together. That's really beautiful. They just want you all the time. You kind of just pop in and out of their heads whenever they want, whenever you want, Group 3. Like, it's frustrating for them. They don't like it. You're just in 1 minute, out the next, and it's like, God, but why? But why? At first it was but why, but now they're more accepting of it. Now they feel like they need to share this with you. They want to close this distance. And it feels like it's mostly emotional for you. For some of you, it may be a physical distance, but it feels like an emotional distance. They just haven't told you any of this. What would Group 3's person say to them if they could say anything? I still don't have all the answers yet, but I'm going to. Actually, listen, the reason why this is reversed is because they do know what they want. They just don't know how to get it yet. They do know exactly what they want. They have all the answers with that Ace of Swords. They just don't know how to get it. You already know. Spirit is telling them you already know. And they know, they just don't know how to get it. It's another 2 here. It's talking about coming together, but it's also talking about compromise. That's usually my 2 of Cups. So it feels like there's something here about balancing. We have the Ace of Swords again. I want to show it to you upright though. There is the truth coming. There is clarity coming. But aces are opportunities. They don't really promise things. It's all about how you foster that opportunity, Group 3, and there's some feeling of a balance. Like they know what they need to do, but now they need to do it, and they need to figure out how to do it as well, more importantly. So Group 3, Spirit. Group 3. What would they say to Group 3? Who is constantly thinking about Group 3? What would they say to Group 3? I don't really want to take that, should I? Apparently I should. Okay, so this card is I need time for me. It's another 4. So they're saying I need more time, and now I need time for me. So they are still figuring this out, all right? They know what they want, Group 3, but they need to figure out why, how, when, what, where. No, they know what. They know what they want. They just need to figure out how to make it happen. Well, how can I do that? And I feel like your person is quite practical. They seem to be quite proactive and usually very focused. So they really want to figure out how to do this. They really want to make it work. They want to move forward. They're really trying to piece this together. They're trying to understand how to make this happen. But their whole reason for wanting more time is because they want more stability in their own life. With that 4, they want to feel more in control. They want to feel like they've got this balance perfected. They acknowledge that they can't offer you something unstable. It wouldn't be fair to you or themselves. They would be overextending themselves. Right now, they really just need to focus on themselves. Another message that's coming through is that I would be surprised if that doesn't come out. I keep hearing I left because you told me to, which is a message that came out in the last group, but I don't know if it'll come out for you. It's just this feeling as though the 2 of you are still growing individually. Just with the way these 2 wands come up, your paths are going to cross, and your person has an appreciation for that too. But there's also this feeling as though like they just need to appreciate you from a distance for now. They just need to love you from afar. They can't come close to you right now. They have to appreciate that the 2 of you may have to keep this distance. With this I'm open to compromise. It's strong friendship vibes. It's a strong feeling of appreciating each other's individuality and also acknowledging that you're going to have to compromise some things in order to be together. And this person appreciates you for the person that you are. There's this feeling as though they don't want you to compromise some of these things, and as though they're not really quite ready to compromise some of the things they're working on as well, but they are trying to simplify their life with this 2 of Pentacles. They almost go back and forth, like, I'm ready, no I'm not, I'm ready, no I'm not, I'm ready, no I'm not. We have you are wrong here, and this is the card that I wasn't too sure about. Like, I was thinking, is that really for you? There's no real specific message that is coming through with this, so just take that as it resonates. Sometimes, something that's faintly coming up, it can sometimes come up if, in the past, this person had a strong opinion about you or the situation, the connection, and they were proven wrong at a later date. Now that is something that seemed to reflect in the tarot as well, especially with that Ace of Swords. It had this feeling of a recent epiphany, as though they just recently gained the opportunity for clarity with that Ace of Swords, and they have to tell you, I have to tell you now, I know the truth, I have to tell you. But it's like it wasn't always there. It wasn't always something that was so obvious to them. Ooh. Ooh, we have let me hold you. 7 of Wands. They're fighting for this. They're fighting for this. They're having to overcome their own fears, their own anxiety, their own insecurities. They're fighting for this opportunity to be in your life. And it does feel like that with that Ace of Pentacles down here. It's an opportunity to be in your life, but it is going to take time. It is. Group 3 Spirit. What would they say to Group 3? Who is watching Group 3? Who is thinking about Group 3? What would this person say? Okay, there's a few there. I just feel like there might be one more in here. Oh, is that it? Apparently. Alright, so bottom deck energy is I worry about us a lot. Yes, it might have been a while. For some of you, it feels like this person is asking for too much time, or so they believe. It feels like they're asking for too much time. Will you choose me? Because you're their only option with this 4 of Cups. Will you choose me because you're my only option? They've gotten rid of their other 3 cups. They feel like you have other choices. They feel like you might be seeing other people here. With the 13, this is the Death card. I do feel like this person is making a lot of stuff happen in their life. I'm not going to lie. With this, I need more time for me, and just the feeling of the 2 of you needing to love each other at a distance. There seems to be some sort of ending in order for a rebirth. There's some powerful transformation happening in this connection. We have I lie awake thinking about our future, and it's a positive card, okay? It actually is something that they like to do. They like getting lost in their thoughts about you and about this, and they want to provide for you. I don't think I've said that yet. Your person is quite a practical person. They feel very grounded, and they have this, with all these 4s, it's a very Emperor energy. It's fathering. And regardless of gender, it's a protective energy. They want to provide for you. They want to look after you. They want to protect you. There's this feeling of, I don't want to say ownership, but it's like looking after you, being the one to support you and help you. Not that you need it, because you are both very strong as individuals, but they just want to be that person in your life. And the other card that came out was I am addicted to you, which was no real surprise with your tarot. And you guys were the most channeled messages out of everyone too, so that didn't really surprise me, but it's only you. This person's main question is, will you choose me because you're my only option? So, advice please for Group 3. My days, that's too much. I will take this one because it feels completely relevant. Travel. There is a distance between you. It might be emotional. It could be communication at the moment is limited, but it could be distance here in the physical sense. This person is wanting and willing to travel towards you. Someone might have a child in this situation. That woman looks very pregnant. But regardless, this is a secret. A lot of this hasn't been expressed. A lot of this is still coming into fruition. It might take time. You might be waiting on unknown factors right now with that moon, the crescent moon. It feels like there's a lot of unknowns here that need to come to light, that need to come into effect. But travel... In terms of advice, some of this is just out of your hands with that moon. I mean, look at, if you're watching this at the time that I'm filming, travel is very limited, but it is intended to be a timeless reading. So just know that travel isn't a true obstacle. It may be right now, but it's temporary. It is going to pass. This obstacle won't stand in the future. Group 3, please, Spirit. What is their advice? Group 3, please, Spirit. What is their advice? Oh. Group 3, please, Spirit. What is their advice? Oh my days, that is so much. Really? Okay. You guys are lucky. Bottom deck energy is friendship. Absolutely. If you can't facilitate something more serious, just at the very least, for the sake of your harmony, your peace, your joy, maintain a friendship with this person. This card makes me think of the 3 of Cups upright. which is just talking about joy, creating moments of happiness and joy, lighthearted, nothing too serious. Closure here is reversed. So listen, closure is coming. Your guides are saying, yes, we know. This has been taking ages. This has been taking way too long. It is coming. This opportunity for closure is coming. It's in the works. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And I feel like that's tied in with this truth. You guys got the Ace of Swords twice, which talks about truth, which talks about clarity, which talks about gaining more information in general. For your advice, though, it's almost indicating that you already know the truth here. Maybe this was a confirmation reading for you, Group 3, but you know the truth. You're holding the truth in your hands. You know this to be true. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. You got to believe with that conviction. Trust your gut feeling. Okay, Group 3, we have strength here. So focusing on your strengths, which aren't always brute, you know, they aren't always physical. Strength comes from patience and compassion as well, understanding. And accepting as well. Acceptance is a massive strength because you have to accept that some things are out of your control. And in this situation, for many of you, it could be travel, you know, especially if you're watching this video at the time that I'm posting. Travel is a massive adversity that many connections are facing because we do have restrictions, distance. So just focusing on the strengths that you can control to your best ability, patience, compassion, understanding, and acceptance. You are very strong naturally. That card also talks about appreciating your strengths, you know. It's not about, oh, I'm not doing enough of this. Well, no, you're actually already doing that. So appreciate that, understand that, and take time to appreciate how strong you are. Your other card was transformation. So this is something that came out in the channeled messages deck as well. I sometimes wonder if you care. There's this feeling as though there's something ending here and it has to end in order for something new to happen. But this transition period is a little bit icky. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like it can't happen quick enough. There's so much in the air and there's so much confusion. It's mostly linked with your future, especially with that Two of Wands and Seven of Cups. That is what is creating pain, is this uncertainty of how this will all unfold. You almost just want to fast track this to the butterfly metamorphosis phase where you've got your colors, you've got your wings, but at the moment you're still stuck in that cocoon, having to trust that at one point in time in the future you are going to have wings, you're going to be a butterfly. But at the moment you're stuck in your cocoon, just imagining it. So trust it is happening, trust it is coming. This transformation is necessary in order for you to be this beautiful, colorful butterfly with freedom of flight in the end. I hope that wasn't too far out, but Group 3, that is what I'm seeing for you in terms of who is thinking about you. And yes, if they have the opportunity to, they are watching you, but for the most part, they don't. They really don't. They're very focused on coming back to you, that they're not spying on you, so to speak, but they are thinking about you a lot. They think about your future together a lot as well. So Group 3, I'm going to call it there. I hope you are safe and well. I hope this reading was informative and gave you clarity, or at least confirmation for many of you. Take what resonates, don't let the rest take from you, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!